everyone, and welcome back to Delicious Designs. Today I am going to be doing my very first Milky Way cup. I have a couple of customers and they want the cups to be similar but not all the same, but with the same theme color going. So what I've done so far is I have already spray painted my cup. First things first. So being that the cup is going to be different shades of blue, I went on ahead and I spray painted the cup already. It's not perfect, but it does not need to be. And I used the Krylon Color Master, and this color right here is Satin Island Splash. So I already have my epoxy already mixed, part A and part B, and if you need to see a video on that, I can make a video for you. But I didn't use a whole lot of epoxy because I only need a really thin coat on this cup. The glitter that I'm going to be using today is going to be this extra fine glitter by something I got from out of Michael's. I'm using some Recollections extra fine, and it's called Glitz. And then also I'm going to be using some iridescent glitter on the bottom. For my Milky Way, I'm going to be using some Folk Art Metallic. Got that from Michael's also. And some Nicole's Metallic Silver. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of some Craft Smart White. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. And I don't need that much epoxy on my tumbler. So I'm going to show you guys. I just need enough so that the glitter sticks to the tumbler. And I'm going to be using the We Are Memory Keeper Spin It. It's starting to work really, really good. It takes time to get to know the trial and error. It's like with anything. So as you can see, I'm only using just a little bit of epoxy. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough so that the glitter sticks on. It's a pretty nice size tumbler. It's a 30 ounce. It's not the 20. Or the small wine ones. And you want to make sure you get your bottom too. Be sure you get your bottom. I just keep going. And I go all the way around with all 4 fingers to make sure that I get coverage, because if I feel any dry areas, then I know. I used to do it with 1 finger, but I figure all 4 fingers I'll get more coverage. See, like, that's a dry area right there. So make sure I get that really good. And sometimes when you get to the top, it seems like the epoxy pushes away. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But I just keep going. And I see some imperfections in my spray paint job, but you know, doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be covered up anyway. You're just spray painting it so that you have a really good coverage for your glitter. Just in case anything shows up, you're good to go. And I'm just getting any extra off because I don't need a whole lot. Just need enough so that that glitter sticks to it. We're almost there. It's okay if you see fish eyes. All that stuff is fine. Because once again, it's going to be covered up, right? It's so relaxing doing these tumblers I love doing it. I have a lot of trial and error, but that's life, right? Trial and error. You get it eventually. So now I feel like I have gotten enough of the epoxy off the cup. And I use, there are a lot of people that talk about the different types of epoxy that they use. I'm still in a stage where I'm between Pro Marine and Envirotex. It just kind of depends on the weather here where I live at, because it's really humid weather. So I just have to be careful what time of the year that I'm using which type of epoxy. Alright, so I have a sheet of paper down here so that I can catch any extra. But I'm going to try something a little bit different this time right here. I have this little strainer that I got from the dollar store. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it on like that. And I'm just putting it in there and pouring it as I go along. So I can control how much glitter is going to go on this tumbler. Sometimes my hands is not as steady as I like it to be. So I can control how much glitter is going on, and I won't have any clumps anywhere. So I found that this little strainer from the Dollar Tree works perfectly fine. If I need to go back over, then I just go back over. Pour that right on there so that I don't lose any, not too much of my glitter. And I'll go back over one more time. Be sure you get the top. And I'm going to get the bottom here in a second also. Sometimes I leave the bottom so that I'm able to put my name on the bottom of the cups. These cups are going to be representing a business. But I like to put my name on the bottom of my cups. Who doesn't like to show off their work, right? Show off your work. You did it. That is so beautiful. And now I'm gonna hit the bottom of my cup. Well, my finger just touched the top of it, so I'm gonna get this top again. And then I'm just gonna bend it just a little bit so that I can let you guys see what I'm doing. And let y'all see that I'm hitting the bottom of the cup. All right. See a top piece that looks like my finger or something may have went over it, but that's okay. I can cover it up. I think it's turned out pretty amazing. All right, here it comes. Am I the only one that chases my tumblers and I know it's gonna come back around to me? All right. So all that extra that's down there, I am going to put it back into my jar and let that spin for just a second. The next thing I am going to do is I am going to add a little bit of this iridescent and see. Alright guys, what we're going to be using now is that metallic blue that I was telling you all about earlier. It's actually like It's a blue sapphire made by Folk Art. And what I'm gonna do is I have already mixed it into my epoxy, and I am going to just go over it like this. Just back and forth. Make sure I get my bottom. You want to try to go as light. You don't want it to be too drippy, but it's okay because it's going to move because it is epoxy. And just go back and forth. And as it turns, it will start to make its own design. Don't forget your bottom. Want to make the bottom fun too. Alright guys, and now I'm going to be using the metallic silver, and I've already mixed it also. And I'm just going to go and just drizzle it all over the place until you get that desired look. So after me playing around with my first Galaxy tumbler, this is what I came up with. I think it turned out pretty amazing. I'm doing a little baby one over here.